Hi everyone, welcome back. Last week we gave some small instructions how to install HidroXL on your computers and gave basic informations about functions and how they are used in HidroXL. And for today we are going to give some more informations about functions and how they are going to be used in HidroXL. So first what we should know is that there are two main groups of functions. One is general intentional functions and the second one is hydraulical functions. General intentional functions can be used separately and they are really helping usage of hydraulical functions. Also, general intentional functions are separated in two groups, and the first group is unit transformational functions and second is functions about features of water. Okay, so let's start, and first we are going to deal with unit transformational functions. So let's write that down. Length, second one is area, then volume, time, mass, temperature, and pressure. So these 7 functions are the one that we are going to use for unit transformation. And about water features, we are going to use density, dynamic viscosity, and we are going to use kinematic viscosity. Okay, so those are the ones that we are going to use, but first for the program to be able to read them, you need to put something like this, UC, and write the name, then UC area, UC volume, and for each of them I will do the same thing. UC mass. Here what is important to know that we are not going to write temperature with full name, just shortcut, and UC press, and that's it. For the second part I will explain later, and here now we can start using this unit transformational functions. So what you have to do is just put this sign equal, write UC, and let's go to length because we are going to use length, and see now it's open parentheses and showing us that we are going to convert a length value given in source unit into a value in target unit. So our, let's see, 1 meter, then I'm going to use comma, and it's asking me here source unit. So for the source unit I will put number in the book, in the chapter 4 you will have everything with a short number name for source unit and target units. So open your books, chapter 4, and let's say 8 because this is meters, and change that to centimeters. So now I close the parentheses and I press the enter. So as you saw, in 1 meter we have 100 centimeters. Okay, so this is how we are doing this kind of functions. What I want to do some more examples, so I'm writing down the sign equal, I'm writing, see, length, yes, and as you see here it's asking me for a value, So let's say this example will be to find out how much feet we have in 1 meter. So I write 1, I do comma, so source unit is 8 for meters, and target units is 3 for feet. As you are not sure, you look for the book and you will see that number 3 is for feet. Then I press the enter, and as you can see, 3.28. So it's true, it's correct. What else? Now what I want to show you that sometimes you don't have to write number 8 for meters. So let's see, UC length and open parenthesis. For value I will say number 1 and I will do the comma. So now it's asking me for source unit. Instead of writing number 8, I will just do one more comma to skip to target unit, and for target unit I will write number 12 to find how much centimeters are in 1 meter, and it's 100. So as you see, program by itself thinks that actually you are going to use meters here when you don't write anything, so it makes your work easier. One more time, UC length, and for value 100, because now I'm going to do it opposite way, 100 centimeters, 12 for centimeters, and nothing for meters. Just I'm going to close the parentheses, enter. As you can see, 1 meter it's 100 centimeters. Okay, so now when we did this part, we can move further for the water features. And for density, we didn't write here, so we will write density and it will find it out by itself. For dynamic viscosity, we have to write dy and vis, and for kinematic viscosity we need to write ki and vis. Okay, so now when we have this written, this is the one that you are going to use when after you put equal sign to be able to call. So let's start. Let's do some small example. Equal, then I write density. As you see here, it's showing density, and it's asking me for the temperature. What is it really important to understand that this program works only in Celsius. So before, if you have in Fahrenheit or some other unit, you have to translate to Celsius and write out the Celsius. So let's say 25 Celsius, how much density value. I'm closing the parentheses and I'm pressing the enter, and here is our answer. So now what I want you to see, let's do this small transformation. Fahrenheit, and let's say 100 and 100 Fahrenheit, and we want to find how much Celsius it is. Celsius. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this sign equal, and I'm going to use this one here. So UC temperature, and I will write down 100, because this is, or instead of writing 100, let's do it like this, calling from this cell. Okay, point number 1 for Fahrenheit from the table, from the chapter 4, and number 4 for Celsius, also from the same part, and I'm pressing the enter. So this is the value that I get. This is the value that I'm going to use. This is 37.77 Celsius and 100 Fahrenheit. Okay, so now when I write this down, let's do the same thing for each of them. dy and yas. So it's working twice, asking me for the temperature. I will write 25, closing, enter. Nice. And Okay, nice. Here it is. Again 25, closing. So it gave us the values. Now, before we finish, I just want to give you a small, nice hint that you can use when you are calculating something. At the beginning, we said that hydraulical functions are using general in itself. So let's do one example of it. Is equal, and I say, let's see, density. Okay, density. And now I have 100 Fahrenheit, but I don't know how much Celsius it will give me. So I write down UC temperature. Okay, this one, and I put 100 here. I close this part and I press number 1 and number 4 like we did before. Enter, and here it is. Here is how much density we have in 100 Fahrenheit. To be sure that we did it right, I will do it again. Density. Sorry, I press. Okay, density. And open parentheses for value, for the temperature value. I will press this one and I'll close it. And as you see, we get the same number, so it means that it's true and we did it right. Okay, so today this is everything that we are going to do. I hope you like it, and I hope it's easy for you to use it. So now if you have time to practice, you can use each of these, and you can, by writing equal and these shortcuts, you can use these functions and practice it. Before we finish, I will just give you a small information. So if you see here, we get the letter E instead of a number. It means that this here number, it's really small. So if you want to translate that, you press on your keyboard Ctrl and 1 in the same time. But first, don't forget to click on your cell in which you have this kind of problem. So press Ctrl and 1, go to the number, and here you see decimal place 2. So you have to change it. You have to put it to a bigger number. So let's say 10 or higher. It doesn't matter, and you will see your exact number here. Because if you want to do some calculations later on your calculators or something like that, you can use this kind of shortcut. And this is it. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see ya.